She passed away at 8:57 local time in her adopted city of Calcutta.
Nobel Prize recipient Mother Teresa of Calcutta, a poor woman amidst poor people, has passed away at the age of 87. Born in Skopje, Albania on August 26, 1910, she was of tiny build but possessed a faith that was monumental. This luminous messenger of God's love was entrusted with the mission of proclaiming the undying devotion that Jesus has for mankind, especially the poorest of the poor. Quote, God still loves the world and dispatches you and me to be his love and his compassion towards the poor. Her soul was illuminated with the love of Christ, and she provided hope and comfort to millions.
Oh, my little angel.
Eat it all up. Good girl. Now we need to tuck her in for her nap. Have a good sleep.
This is the only way that change can come about. You're right. Our country needs peace.
If I can have your attention, let's toast our country, gentlemen.
To Albania!
Make our voices heard. I hope they do something like that.
Good.
Somebody help him!
He was such a good man.
Your husband was killed because he was passionate about his beliefs. He was an honest and courageous politician.
Then he'll always be an example for the rest of us. Thank you.
We're all here for you, Donna. This next student is graduating with the highest average in the class. Huh. Agnes Bujaxiu.
Well done, Agnes. Bravo!
Your Eminency. Congratulations, my dear.
Well done, young lady.
Thank you.
My darling.
I owe this to you and all your sacrifices. Father would be happy.
I'm sure your father is very proud of you today, but you worked hard for this, Agnes. The credit is all yours.
Congratulations. Hello? Ajay. Are you all right?
What did you say to Mother? She's been locked up in her room all day and won't come out. I've never seen her like this.
Mother!
Go away!
Open the door!
I don't want to see anyone, especially you.
Agnes, why is everyone upset? What's wrong with her?
This is all my fault. I told her that I received the calling, that I want to be a nun. It all started after we went to Kernagora. It was 6 years ago, while I was praying.
I need you. I need you, Agnes. You are full of light and love. I need you to follow me, and I shall never abandon you.
But you were only a little girl then.
That wasn't the only time I was called.
So you're sure this is what you need to do?
Yes.
Oh, Mother!
Mother, I'm sorry, but this is something I feel strongly about.
What are you planning to do?
I want to be a missionary and go help people in India.
Don't you think you'd like to have a family, your own children?
I'll have plenty of children to take care of. There are so many of them, Mother. I'll make it.
Agnes, have you thought about your mother? She doesn't want to lose you.
I know that. It saddens me and I'm sorry about it, but I pray that Jesus will give her a sign that I belong in India.
Agnes, you have no right to expect that of him.
I disagree, Father. If he wants me with him in India, it's only right that he grant this comfort to my mother. I'm betrothing myself to him.
Yes?
Forgive the late hour, ma'am. Is Kolabajakshu in?
I'm sorry to tell you this, but Kola passed away a few years ago.
You must forgive me. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. I had no idea. Are you his wife?
Yes, I'm Drana. I'm Kola's wife.
I'm an old friend of your husband's, ma'am.
You're Alexa Driscoll, of course. Now I remember. Please come in and make yourself comfortable.
I appreciate the offer, ma'am, but I just stopped by to give you this.
Oh, no. Oh.
Several years ago, I was forced to flee the country, and Kola gave me the money to pay for the trip. Then he gave me more to survive on.
Oh.
He saved my life. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to give it back. Until today. Certainly, now it will come in handy for you and your family.
Please come inside, Mr. Driscoll.
I really can't come in. I'm very sorry, but I'm just passing through. Please forgive me, Mrs. Brujakshu. It was a pleasure.
Of course.
Good luck to you and your children.
And to you, Mr. Driscoll.
All the best.
Ah, I see. So this is God's will.
Thank you, Mother.
Have a safe trip. Promise to write when you can.
Don't worry, I will. I'm going to miss you.
Don't forget, dear. Be a credit to your old school.
I won't, Mother. Goodbye. Father?
If you need anything at all, just write me.
Thanks.
Remember, my brethren are in Calcutta, and they can help you with any problems that you may have.
forget. Write to me.
Goodbye, everyone!
My name is Mother Borgia. What's your name?
When do I leave for India?
My dear child, how can you leave for India when you don't know the language?
Oh, but Mother Borgia, I've been studying. In fact, I think I may know it better than you do.
Take a good look, girls. This is your first glimpse of India. Be careful not to get separated. The station is close by.
I hope this journey won't last that long. I haven't
Stay close and keep an eye on your luggage if you don't want it stolen.
We're arriving in Calcutta on January 6th, just like the wise men in Bethlehem.
Come along, sisters, and please be careful.
Give me something to eat, please. I'm so hungry. I haven't had anything to eat today. Huh?
Come on, we shouldn't stop. I'm cold. Oh, I'm so cold.
What are you doing? 1,000 suitcases aren't enough for the needy here. Now stay close, it isn't safe.
Sorry, Sister Mary. I'm coming. Oh, it's much lighter now.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
It's good to see you. Today you'll be joining the staff here at St. Mary's High School, although you're still such a young girl yourself.
But I've been here in India for the past 9 years, Mother.
I know. You've worked very hard, and everyone is aware of your being such an excellent teacher.
Oh, thank you, Mother. But I'm a little confused.
Not to worry. Let me just say that many of our students come from very wealthy families. Many of them are Catholic, but there are many others that are Muslim. Always respect their religion.
I've already been told that we mustn't upset them, and we should wait patiently for the grace of their conversion.
Well done, Sister Teresa. That is our task. That is exactly it. You're looking at Moti Jheel, which means the Sea of Pearls. It's one of the poorest areas in Calcutta. The pearls referred to are hunger, death, and delinquency. Take my advice. Stay away, sister.
But
those who enter don't always come out alive. Keep it closed.
Why?
An unbearable stench rises from the street below, making it impossible to stay in this room. You should go. Your students are waiting.
Give me something to eat, please. I'm so hungry.
Good morning, girls.
Good morning, Sister Teresa.
Is everyone ready?
Yes, we're ready.
What?
Sister Teresa?
What is it?
May I close the curtains? It's against school rules.
No, I need the light. And besides, I want to see what lies beyond the school walls, just as you should, if you wish to grow into mature and aware women, into good children of your own land. We should dedicate a series of lessons to the study of India. It's important to understand not only where you come from, but the people around you. So let's see whether you can answer any of these questions. We'll start with the area of India.
It's 4,675,616 square kilometers.
What is the population?
At last count, there were over 318 million people.
What are the principal languages spoken here?
There are more than 200, but the most widespread of all those spoken languages are those belonging to the 4 principal families. Sinhalese is spoken by approximately 230 million people, Dravidian is spoken by 64 million, and Tibeto-Burman by 12 million people.
What are the religions?
There are 212 million Hindus, 69 million Muslims, 11 million Buddhists, and about 4 million Christians.
I'd like to point out that the actual number of Christians is around 4,750,000, but only about a fourth of them are Catholic.
And now, the 4 most important cities.
Calcutta is the largest and most populated, closely followed by the city of Bombay. Madras is home to 657,000, and New Delhi comes in 4th.
Good work. Excellent. Who can tell me about the index of population growth?
The birth rate is 32 per 1,000 people. The death rate is 24 per 1,000 people.
Very good. This data confirms that the population is increasing, and therefore, so is poverty.
Sister Teresa, he's free now. You may go in.
Come in.
This is a diary I've been keeping about my years here in Calcutta. I came to India 9 years ago, and now I wish to pronounce my perpetual vows with this order, which has become my home.
Yes, of course. You're one of the best teachers in this school, and an excellent example to the students.
Thank you for saying so, Father, and I appreciate it. But the important thing is that you read my diary.
And I will.
In it, I have written that I believe we can do so much more for the women of this country. And for the children, the poor, the lepers. Their numbers grow day by day as they sink into poverty.
Well, we do what we can, but you're right. We could be doing more. We could do much more.
We keep our windows closed because we don't want to see the horror that lies just outside them.
Sister Teresa, you have pledged your obedience to the rules of the Loretan nuns, but beyond what is established by the rules, your soul must be free to look and do whatever your conscience suggests, and to listen when God speaks. You know when he speaks to you, and understand what he asks.
Yes, I do.
Damn it! Damn stupid wheel! Useless
What
thing!
is it?
Well, it looks like it's broken, doesn't it? I'm stuck in this rut and I can't move!
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
I figured as much. You're a beautiful lady and you can't soil your hands with the filth of somebody like me. You'd better get out of here. Go, get out!
I'm sorry.
There's no place for you in the Sea of Pearls. This is the kingdom of the untouchables. You cannot help these men, these women, these children. They do not belong to your caste. I protect them, and you must never, ever touch them. Do you understand me? Do you understand?
Hey! Well, if I can't go near them, then you better give them something to eat. Look at them. They're all starving to death.
Listen to me, lady. Hunger does not touch the spirit. All it does is improve it. I've been hungry for as long as I can remember. I've been hungry since I was a child. But who cares? All that counts is being purified and loved.
I won't listen to you. I don't want to listen to you. All I hear are the cries of this child. What's the matter? Have you hurt your arm? Where is your mother, sweetheart?
He doesn't have a mother. He's an orphan. He steals here and there, and that's why they beat him up. Come here. But I love him, and I take care of him. He'll be all right.
Where does he live?
He lives with me, of course. Don't worry about it, sister. We all take care of each other out here. You went outside today.
Yes, was I not supposed to?
We were looking all over for you. You're supposed to warn Mother Superior before you go out.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
And it's always best to take somebody with you.
Yes, all right. I will.
I'm sure you will, sister. The day of their glory finally shone for Perpetua and her holy martyrs in Carthage on March 7th of the Lord's year 203. They walked from the prison to the amphitheater as if they were marching up to the sky, with a happy face and a fine composure. Some were anxious with trepidation, but out of joy rather than fear. Perpetua was
May
the
I
last
have another
one
one?
to proceed, with an
Are you
easy
hungry,
pace,
sister?
Yes,
as if
very.
she were a matron of Christ, God's favorite. The strength that shone from her expression forced everyone
So where did you
to bow
go?
their heads.
Maybe I'll tell
She
you,
was
and maybe
ready
I'll
to
never say a
battle the
word.
wild beasts.
I don't need 2 dresses. I'll just wash the one I wear more frequently.
Tell me where we're going.
Just come with me. We're going to Jesus.
Now you're just joking with me.
Are you afraid?
No, Sister Teresa. Whenever I'm with you, I'm not afraid of anything.
Let's go.
Here.
May I have it, Mother?
You should check back up the road a little bit.
I want to sell this dress.
3 rupees.
No, the garment is very well made. I want at least 5 rupees for it.
All right, 5 rupees it is. Here you are, sister.
Thank you. Oh. Here you are.
This is for you.
Here. One for you, and you, and you.
More!
I haven't got anything else.
It's all gone.
We should go now.
I'm right behind you.
She's over here, right where I left her.
I never would have dreamt that you'd come back for me.
I could never just leave you here. Can you fix it?
I thought it was a small job for the convent.
I will pay.
This woman stinks.
You stink as well, dear son. Come on now. Don't worry, you'll see. He'll manage to fix it.
There, that should do it.
Thank you.
It works. It works. Thank you. Thank you.
Here.
Thank you, sister.
Tell me, why do you do all this?
I do this because each one of those people out there is Jesus, and as you know, I'm betrothed to him. Now you've seen the suffering here with your own eyes. Remember, you're betrothed to him as well.
Oh, sister.
I'm worried about Sister Teresa. Should we admit her to the perpetual vows? She's been venturing outside by herself a great deal.
There's no need to worry. Mother Superior, Sister Teresa is a good Christian and a good nun.
But she goes out alone.
Yes, that's true, but she only goes where the Lord summons her. She knows how to listen to him. In any case, I know where she goes. My soul doth magnify the Lord, and my spirit rejoiceth in God my Saviour, because he hath looked down on the lowliness of his handmaid, for behold, henceforth all generations will call me blessed, because the Mighty One hath done great things for me, and holy is his name, and his mercy is generation to generation on those who fear him.
Good morning, ladies. Let's continue the lesson from where we left off the last time.
Sister Teresa, we wanted to give you a little something for your vows. You're so very special to all of us, you know.
I'm very touched. Thank you all.
Open it, please, open it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Girls, you shouldn't have.
I'll pay you well. I know what you do with the money that you're given.
Oh.
Here. And I want you to take these as well. Take them.
Thank you, sir. May God bless you.
Give it to me!
Oh, here. There's enough for everyone, children. Don't fight over it. Now, little one. Do you have any water?
Do you have any money?
I do, but it's not a lot.
Then give me what you have, and I'll give you the water. Here.
Oh, there you go. That's better. Now, sir, I need you to help me.
Huh? What do you want me to do?
Hold this baby for me. He's covered with sores, and I need to wash him.
But I don't know how. Hold still there.
I'll need this fabric here.
You plan on paying me for it, right?
Of course I do. I don't expect you to give it to me. Oh. All right, you. Let's get you taken care of. Oh. Oh, there. Oh. Here. I'll see you tomorrow. Here. Oh.
Sister Teresa, you're just the person I was looking for.
Is there a problem?
What have you done with the present your students gave you? Speak up. Did you sell it?
I didn't need it.
You're just impossible, Sister Teresa. That was a present from your students.
What's the problem? I turned it into clothes and food for the poor. Is that wrong?
Have you forgotten that you have an obligation to St. Mary's High School? You do recall, don't you?
Everything here is clean and lovely. Here we keep our girls away from all the filth in the world and blindfold their eyes. We cover their hearts. It's ridiculous. We're suffocating them. They need to breathe the air and smell the smells. It's the smell of the poverty of Jesus. Whereas we've been teaching them to step around the dead bodies of the dying in the streets without even looking at them. They need to learn, sister. It isn't right.
Oh no.
I would say it's worth 2 more rupees. It's fine quality material.
No, all right. There you go. Good luck, sister.
Our bursar, Sister Mary, told me that you have sold your clothes and that you steal food from the refectory in order to hand it out to the poor.
I don't steal the food. I only give them what I don't eat myself.
But you need to eat too.
Oh, but my poor friends eat much less than I do, and one dress is really all I need.
Sister Teresa, I must remind you that I am responsible for all the nuns and that you cannot go down there all by yourself.
I'm not by myself. Jesus is always with me.
You are only here to teach and to obey.
What should I do? Whom should I obey? Should I obey the rules or follow my heart? Which is the right path to take? Help me to understand. Oh, please, help me.
Sister Teresa, you have deserted your lessons and I'm obliged to formally reprimand you.
We were very worried about you. Where have you been?
I apologize for making you worry about me, but if you'll forgive me, what do you think you're doing? The world is crumbling down around us and we just go on starching collars. I'm sorry.
I'm thirsty.
Father Van Exen.
Hold on, I'm coming. Ah, Sister Teresa, you've returned to us. It's been a month already? Tell me about Darjeeling. I trust you've had the time you needed to pray and relax?
Yes, I had enough time there to make up my mind.
What?
I've decided to leave the order, Father.
What? You're going to abandon your vows?
No, Father. All I want to do is leave this school. I want to leave the nuns of Laredo, not my vows. I am a nun, a servant of God. and I want to go on serving him until the day I die. But Jesus is summoning me from out there. He is shouting out his hunger and his thirst, and I want to give him food and water. He is sick and suffering, and I wish to take care of him. I want to keep him company. I can no longer stay in here, Father. Don't you understand?
You have to believe. I'm trying my best to understand.
So then what should I do now? I need you to tell me what I should do.
I shall pray for you, my dear, and I'll also consult with the Archbishop of Calcutta.
Thank you. Thank you, Father. I feel that you are on my side, on the side of Jesus.
Jesus loves you and is expecting you, my dear, but I believe it will take some time, months, maybe years.
I'll pray while I wait, Father. I'm looking for the simplest sari that you have, the cheapest one you've got.
This is the one. It's only 1 rupee.
Oh. Here you are. Thank you. And may God bless you.
Goodbye, sister.
Goodbye.
The Vatican has given its approval, Father.
Sister Teresa will be overjoyed to hear the news.
It will be very difficult for her. Be sure she has a lot of support.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will keep you informed.
Good morning, Father. Is there any news? What is it?
It's a letter of indult, directly from the Vatican.
This will indeed be a great loss for our school. But I'm very happy for her. You finally have permission to go amidst your poor people, Sister Teresa. But how do you plan to survive all by yourself?
Well, who have we here? Tell me, have you gotten lost?
But you have.
Oh, you're right. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. How about you? Do you have a mother? Well, can you at least tell me your name? A clever little guy like you must have a name. Sweetie. That's it. I'm going to call you Sweetie. Do you like it? Now you have a name and a mother. All we need to do is find ourselves a house. Oh, another one, huh? I don't know if I have the room. Well, don't just stand there in the rain. Come inside, please. Come on in.
Thank you.
Here.
You're the only one we could come to.
This isn't good. He's burning up with fever. He needs some medicine.
I can't take it anymore. The pain is so bad.
You have to try and stay calm. I'll get you something that will make you feel better soon. Hold on, I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm right here. What is it, sweetie? Oh, my darling. Oh, Lord, what should I do? I'm so tired. Lately, I feel as if I'm drowning in an ocean of pain and desolation. Forgive me, but sometimes I think of returning to the Lauretian nuns. You know that I'd never do that, because more sick people will come, and I could never turn my back on them. I could never shut the door in your face.
Hey, hold on! Where do you think you're going? Come back!
Oh, there are people dying out there while you read your newspaper.
And if we look at last year's budget, it's pretty clear that... who is this woman?
If you had a dog, you wouldn't allow him to die in the streets, would you? So why on earth do you let it happen to people?
What's going on here? Such audacity!
We should hear what she has to say.
My name is Mother Theresa, and I wish to be heard on behalf of all the needy people.
Millions of people flooded into Calcutta during the war.
So allow me to help you solve the problem.
You? You cannot just waltz in here and run the show?
This is an outrage!
We've wasted enough time here.
All right, everyone, enough. What are your proposals? Speak up, please.
I wish to gather the men, women, and children from the streets and from the hospitals and take them to the pilgrims' quarters in the temple of the goddess Kali. There I shall set up a sort of shelter for the dying.
I admire the motivation behind your proposal, but I'm afraid it's impossible. Have you considered the fact that you're a Catholic who wishes to occupy the pilgrims' quarters in the temple of the Holy Mother?
The rooms are large and have been abandoned for some time.
Yes, but what about the priests of the temple?
They'll be happy, and they'll be the first ones that the people come to thank. And I'm willing to bet that the Holy Mother won't mind.
You have no right to say such things!
I am simply the humble voice of all the needy and the sick who have been abandoned by society. Religion and caste have nothing to do with
Exactly
this.
what are you asking of the city council?
I'm asking you to authorize my use of the temple to house these people free of charge, And if you do so, I guarantee that the entire population of Calcutta will be grateful for the Council's decision. Come in. Careful now. Try and relax.
How can you stand the stench of my sores, sister?
It's nothing compared to the pain you must be going through, my friend.
Right through here. There she is now. Get that woman out of here!
Oh. Good morning, gentlemen. You all look well. So you don't need my assistance.
You are desecrating the goddess Kali by introducing sickness and death into the enclosure of her sacred temple! You must get out of here now!
I have permission from the authorities.
But how can that be possible? You're soiling the holy enclosure! The goddess would never allow it.
How can it be possible that the goddess doesn't even allow her priest to watch over someone as he's dying?
I'm sorry, but her papers are in order. She has permission from the city council. But when the day comes that you commit yourself to the care of the dying as she has, then I'll send her away.
Come on, let's go.
Good day.
Drink up.
Thanks.
Rest now. I'm coming. Subashini Das.
Mother Teresa.
Come here. Oh, what are you doing here?
I've come to help you with your work.
You've lost your mind.
I think we've both lost our minds.
Come in. You can try this life out today, and tomorrow you can decide if you want to stay.
Mother Teresa, I love Jesus as well, and he's been calling me. He's been calling me to you.
Go and help him.
All right, here we go. Come on. I've got you. Be careful. Well done.
He's dead.
He's breathing.
Thank God.
He's still breathing.
Praise be.
He's alive. He's got a high fever and probably an acute infection in his lungs. He needs medicine, but we haven't got the money to buy it.
Here's my sorry. We can sell it. I don't need it anymore.
You said let the little children come to me, but I have no idea where to put them, my lord. They can't stay here in the midst of all this dying. All right, I'll find a place. You're right. I can never thank you enough for the sisters that you've sent to help me here. How can I ever manage without them? Good night to you, Jesus. Today we're going to start to learn the alphabet. It's very easy. Let me show you. This is the letter A. Now you try.
I want to write the letter A.
Mother Teresa, it's time.
Oh. All right, I'm coming. There you are. You have a beautiful baby girl. She was born premature and needs to be kept in a protective environment.
Teresa, the carpenter's here to see you.
Please, show him right in. Oh, you've done an absolutely magnificent job. Wait for me outside, will you?
I tagged you. Come on. You can't get me. Come on, try and get me. Hey, oh, whoa, whoa.
So, you like the case I made, Mother Teresa?
That's not a case that I asked you to make. It's an incubator. And yes, you've done a wonderful job.
You know I'd work free of charge for you.
We need your help. Mother, we've gone to every hospital in town, and now we have nowhere else to go.
Please come in. I'll get a bed ready.
The goddess Kali! You are the goddess! I have been serving the goddess Kali for the past 30 years, and today I have finally seen the Holy Mother in her human form.
My name is Mother Theresa, and I would like to help you. Please, sir, kiss this cross. Can I help you?
I've come to help you in your work.
Please come in. Make yourself at home, please. This is all you'll need here with us. I know it's not much, but it will seem like quite a lot to you in a while. We are not social workers, teachers, nurses, or doctors. We are nuns, and we serve Jesus Christ. We do this through the needy. We take care of him. We clothe him through the poor, through the abandoned children and desperate women on the streets, through the sick and dying. So we must take a vow of poverty. Poverty gives us the detachment and the liberty that are needed to understand the very poor people we encounter. Oh, dear. Oh.
Now, children, I'll teach you how to write.
We need silence in order to touch the souls of the people. The important thing is not what we say, but what God says to us and through us. I do not want you to perform miracles with a sad face and with rude manners. I would prefer you to make mistakes with kindness. You must smile. Smile all the time, since you must love those you serve. Here you are. There. Bless you. There you are.
So why do you even bother with them, Mother? Calcutta is hell, and this prison is the shelter of all its demons.
Those who suffer are close to God. Who are you, dear? What is your name? Come here, I've got something for you.
Don't waste your breath. This one doesn't speak. She's been there her whole life. She doesn't remember a thing, not even her name.
But surely someone must know it.
No, nobody here knows her name.
I'll find out what it is, you'll see.
It's all just a waste of time. Where are you going?
I think that it should be in here. One of these must be her file.
Why is she in prison?
Well, here is what the file says. Fazila, 11 years old. She was brought in by the police after being found abandoned at a train station.
Fazila, stay close to me. Let's go.
Daddy! 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 Daddy? Daddy!
No.
Daddy!
I don't understand how she sat in that cell for all these years and no one's taken care of her.
This is the first I've ever heard of her.
I want Fazila released to me immediately.
I'm afraid that's impossible. I have to prepare the file and ask for authorization. It could take days, it could take months. It's just not that easy.
No one knew she was here in the first place, so I can't imagine anyone will miss her when she's gone. Right? Don't be afraid, Fazila. Come on. Let's go. Ah, this will be your bedroom, dear. You're free to do anything you'd like here, Fazila. It's your new life. That sari looks beautiful on you. Don't worry, your memory will come back soon.
Yes, thank you, Mother Teresa.
Good morning. I'm with the Times, and I'm looking for Mother Teresa.
Yes, that's me.
Then I would very much like to interview you.
You want to interview me? What on earth for?
You can't imagine how great your name and your fame are in the rest of the world, Mother.
Please come in. Whatever you do unto the humblest of my brothers, you do unto me. That's what Jesus said.
I don't think I could ever do what you're doing, even if somebody offered me $1 million.
Then we're a lot alike in the fact that I would never do it for $1 million either. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Every time I come through here. What do you think, Fazila?
Sure.
Then we should get to work, shouldn't we? This old bus is going to be back on the streets of Calcutta in no time. It'll be the first ever mobile clinic for lepers. Now that the bus is ready to go, we need to find a doctor. Father Van Exen, you must help me. I used all the money I had left on repairs, but now we need medical supplies, instruments, medicine, and it's essential for us to find a doctor.
But my dear child, how on earth can you do all of that? You've already taken on too many commitments, and you can't possibly expect to see them all through. Concentrate on one thing. You can't help all of India.
The Lord has given me strength, and He's helped me all the way up until now, and I'm sure He'll continue to do so. The sick can't wait, Father. Therefore, I can't stop what I'm doing.
I'll do my best to try and find a doctor for you, but as far as the money goes, do you have any idea how much you're going to need to get started?
From my calculations, it's around 50,000 rupees.
50,000 rupees? That's impossible.
No, Father, nothing's impossible. Dear Lord, I will not stop. I promise you, and I have no intention of waiting any longer. I won't let another 10 years go by, as I did when I was living in the convent. You need me out there with you right now. Right now. Hello?
Am I speaking to Mother Teresa?
Yes, this is she.
I'm from the General Secretariat of the government, and I'm calling with some very good news.
How wonderful.
In recognition of your work with the poor and infirm, the government is awarding you the prestigious Magsaysay Prize with our sincerest congratulations. The prize is worth a considerable amount of money. You'll be receiving an amount of 50,000 rupees shortly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Goodbye, Mother Teresa. Good luck. Godspeed to you. God bless you, Mother Teresa.
Doctor, it's truly an honor for us that you've accepted our request to run our new mobile clinic.
Believe me, the honor is all mine, Mother Teresa. I'll do anything I can to help.
Good luck to you both.
It's definitely healing. You'll be better soon.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. Why are you running? What's the matter?
Forgive us for bursting in on you, Mother Teresa, but Fazila has something to tell you that's very important.
Bo sheer gut.
I'm sorry, dear. What?
I remember! Boshirgat!
Boshirgat's a town.
Yes, the Boshirgat station. I'm remembering.
Is the Boshirgat station the last place that you saw your father?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
My daughter! I can't find my daughter! You having fun?
Yes! There was a boat. I took a boat ride with my father on the river. Pakedanga. Pakedanga is the village where I used to live. That's where I come from. I remember.
Good work, Fazila. We're off to Pakedanga. Look familiar? Excuse me, where's Pakedanga?
It's right over there. Are you looking for someone in Pakedanga?
We're looking for the parents of a little girl who got lost about 10 years ago at the train station.
Fazila! Oh my goodness, Fazila! You came back to us! It's a miracle! Everyone! Fazila, it's back! It's Fazila! Fazila! She's returned!
Is it true? Could it really be her?
It's true. It's Fazila.
Oh, after all these years, it's a miracle.
Oh my goodness, Fazila!
What's going on?
It's her.
Hey, what's happening here?
It's Fazila. Look!
Fazila, are you my little girl? Or maybe this is her.
Your daughter is right over there, my friend.
Oh.
Daddy!
Oh, my baby, my girl.
Oh, Daddy!
You came back to us.
Listen to me, sisters. We all know that Jesus gave us the gospel. And we also know that the gospel says that God loves us and wants us to love and help each other. Jesus sent his apostles out into the world, and so will we. We will bring the gospel to the world and love everyone we meet as God loves us.
Mother Teresa, the Pope is waiting to see you.
Don't worry, I plan on seeing him. Wake up and open your eyes. Do something to show me you're still alive. Stop! Please stop. I need your help.
Of course, sister.
Thank you. A man is dying over here. Follow me.
Where do you think we should take him?
Right over there. It's not far.
Mother Teresa, it's you. The Pope's been asking for you.
The Pope can wait a little bit longer. But not him. I'm afraid there isn't much time.
Oh.
Please.
Hang on, sir.
I'm right here by your side, don't worry. And the Lord is here as well, watching over us and protecting us.
Relax.
I lived like a wild animal in the streets, and now I come here to die like an angel.
You're Jesus Christ.
I'm returning to Rome with an unforgettable memory of this pilgrimage and an unwavering faith in the determination of the Indian people.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Before I leave India, I'd like to donate my automobile to Mother Teresa. She'll know what to do with it.
Mother Teresa, it's the Pope.
What about him?
You'll never believe this, but before he left India, the Pope gave you his car.
Well, obviously I don't need a car, so we'll auction it off and use the proceeds to set up 2 more mobile clinics to care for the sick.
Oh.
Oh, they're so weak.
Will they survive?
I wish that I knew, sister.
What's wrong with them?
Well, they haven't eaten in days, and they're running a very high fever. Where in God's name is their mother?
She ran away.
Until I get back, you're their mother, understand?
They may not make it that long, Mother.
So where do you want to take them?
Mother Teresa, they're dying.
You treat them and I'll pray for them. And when I get back, I trust that I'll find both of them in good health. God bless all of you.
It's an honor, Mother Teresa.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. They're lovely.
I'll remember this day forever. I'll tell my grandchildren about it someday. I'm just sorry the temperature isn't what you're used to.
Our respect and acknowledgement will keep you warm.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mother Teresa. This way, please.
What's this nun from India done that's special enough to win her the Nobel Prize?
Christians have always been big on doing good deeds, but apparently she's really good at doing them. I don't know. There are millions of good women in the world, but not all of them get to win the Nobel Peace Prize. $400,000 is a lot of money.
You're such a skeptic. You should read what the press has to say about her. Take a look at her bio, Mr. Jaded Boy.
I'll humor you and take a look, although I doubt it's anything special. In Calcutta and Bombay, many hundreds and thousands of children have been saved by her and her sisters. 30 buildings have been built for AIDS patients. She built 60 hospitals for lepers and people with terminal illness. She organized a large humanitarian recovery operation that reinstated over 200,000 female victims of war in Bengal. She's been to the United States and Moscow and other European countries to stir up...
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my distinct honor to give the Nobel Prize to Mother Teresa of Calcutta.
Before I begin, I would like to invite all of you to do something rather unusual under the circumstances. I invite you to pray. I ask you to join me as I beseech God for his mercy in the words of St. Francis of Assisi towards his Creator. O my Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace, that where there is hatred, I may bring love, and where there's wrong, I may bring forgiveness. Amen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we join now together in thanking God and expressing to him our joy of loving each other and calling ourselves brothers and sisters of the poor? This award belongs to our brothers in need, to the hungry and naked, to those without a country, the crippled, the blind, those suffering from leprosy, to those who are unwanted, unloved, and unattended to. Now, I speak to you in the name of the unborn children, the ones who are every day denied the right to come into the world. Abortion is a travesty. Please don't turn a deaf ear to the cries of the children. They can be found in every corner of the world, of every race, color, and ethnicity. Some of these children are lucky enough to live with loving parents, but so many of them are not. An alarming number of them live with the daily misery of hunger. They're born into and killed by it, like an incurable disease. This is due to poverty, the ignorance of mankind, and the willingness of otherwise good-hearted people to turn and look the other way. They need you to be aware of them. I accept this prize in the name of all who suffer in the grips of poverty, as long as you vow to love them, just as Jesus vowed to love you. Oh, let's get home immediately. Oh.
Come on, be good.
And how's everything going in here?
Here are the children you entrusted me with, Mother Teresa. Your prayers have healed them. We were crying over their deaths, and now they are full of life.
Oh.
Welcome home, Mother.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. After Oslo, I went to Rome to see the Holy Father, and I spoke to him about the needs of our poor people, about those saved by the mercy of Jesus. He asked me to go out into the world and speak about them, to defend all precious life. Oh. Oh. So beautiful.
It's time for me to put them to bed.
You did a wonderful job with them. Thank you. I'm grateful that you entrusted them to me, but I know it's time now to leave them and return to you.
One of the most prominent figures of the 20th century has passed away today. Mother Teresa of Calcutta, winner of the 1979 Nobel Peace Prize and champion of the poor, died in India this evening at the age of 87. Born in 1910 to a Catholic family in Skopje, Albania, the former Agnes Bojaxiu went on to found the Order of the Missionaries of Charity in 1952. Today, this order has over 400 convents scattered all over the world. She worked tirelessly as an advocate for the destitute, the hopeless, and the forgotten. She devoted her life to opening the world's eyes to the devastation of poverty and demanding compassion and dignity for those living with none. In India, she was simply known as Mother. She had undergone 4 heart surgeries in recent years and only just passed the responsibility of running the order on to one of her closest collaborators a few months ago. On the wall of the great home for abandoned children in Calcutta, there stands an inscription that reads, "Find the time to think, find the time to pray, find the time to laugh." This simple phrase represents, perhaps more than many others, the simple rules that Mother Teresa of Calcutta wished to pass on to her sisters for the commitment she was faithful to all of her life: serve the poor in order to serve life.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now, and at the hour of our death.
He is Jesus.